Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on with the Retro Tuners Championship. So we've done the first 3 races. We did fairly well in those first 3 races. We are in the Toyota Supra, and the next race is Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. We've got 4 laps, but it is sunshiny, so we won't have any rain to deal with hopefully. So let's see what minor upgrades we can give this car with the little amount of CP that we have to play with. Power, I obviously like my numbers a little bit on the even side. What are we getting? 230, seems like a decent amount. What else can we do in terms of widths? Well, we can bump up the widths of the tyres. And we can reduce the weight of the driveline to make up for the weight on the wider tyres. Right, there we go. Right, so let's get to Catalunya and see how well we'll do. Right, so we're starting off in 12th. Doing these videos is apparently going to get a little bit easier, which I'll get around to why in a sec. But yeah, I am still suffering with a bit of a cold at the moment, so I do apologise if you hear me sniffling or a rustling of a tissue, for instance, to wipe away my snotty nose. But yeah, so apparently this game's getting a huge update in the near future where several elements will be improved and changed. So chief among which is being able to just go straight into a race from the menu rather than going into practice and skipping practice and then getting into the race, which is something I've advocated for a very long time. Nürburgring is getting added as well, the full Nürburgring, so that's going to be a good one to finally get added to the game. Granted, it should have been in the game to start with, there's no real excuse for that not being, just like there wasn't any excuse for not having Daytona or Hockenheimring in from the start, but yeah, it's nice to finally be getting that in the game, and there are going to be changing the upgrade system, the AI and whatnot, so yeah, we're still doing these championships just because I enjoy doing them, but yeah, they will hopefully be getting better in the near future for those that haven't started them or done them. Obviously we still have plenty of the championships left to go, so even when that update does come around, we'll still have a few more to do, so we will hopefully be able to see those changes in action. But they should also come into it should still come into handy when doing the championships that are added, on a monthly basis anyway. So yeah, we'll get benefits out of them one way or another. Right, so we've only gained a few places so far. See what I mean about the AI? Very aggressive. There's no reason for the Mazda to slam into my rear end there like that. The AI can be a mix of really aggressive and really timid at times. Like they'll get spooked really well quite easily at times when you're like on the inside of them and you're quite clearly passing them, and they'll scurry off into the dirt or they'll needlessly overbrake. So yeah, not good AI, quite frankly. Especially given how much they were bigging it up, saying it was the best best AI ever for a Forza game. And that might well be true in some regards, but when it comes to practice, it doesn't completely come to light as far as I'm concerned. But still, we're in 5th place as we go into our 2nd lap. A little bit of extra horsepower is helping us on the straight. past one Celica to be met by another. I'm not going to be talking all that much as my throat had been sore from this cold. Don't know if that's going to be a good thing or bad thing, but there we go. Yeah, one thing that we're going to probably upgrade with this is the weight. It's still quite a heavy car. Which is no surprise given the size of it and the market it was going for, but certainly doesn't help on the track. So we do have a fair decent amount of power now, but obviously some of that is going to be held back by the weight. Forza Horizon news though, which is a game that is quite frankly still kicking it out of the park as far as I'm concerned, especially when it comes to cars. We have a new car pack coming, the Chinese Lucky Stars car pack, which I'm really looking forward to because it's 4 brand new cars to the Forza series. We've got another Link & Co coming, which I was really rather impressed by their, I think it was the 03 Plus that was put on Forza, which I really rather enjoyed as far as saloon cars go. And now they're putting a crossover SUV on as well, so which is the 05 something or other, I've forgotten now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. We're also getting another ruling, although it's remarkably different to the Sunshine S, I think it is, the minivan kind of thing. But we're getting a completely different car from them in the form of a Hongyang or something like that. Basically an extremely small electric city car, which I'm really looking forward to because no, it's not got a massive amount of horsepower, it's got like 40 horsepower or something. We do about 63 thereabouts mile an hour, but it looks cool. Looks like there's going to be some fun upgrades for it. And yeah, it's something unusual. Kind of makes me want the Citroen Ami in as well, to be honest, because that's the same kind of thing. Although that's significantly less horsepower than the Chinese car that's being added. Then we're getting a Volkswagen Santana, which is a car that was made in China well after the original run of that car in the Europe ended. It's based on the Passat from the 80s, but yeah, it was made in China from like mid-80s to like 2012, 2013 or something like that. So looking forward to that. Goodbye Celica, getting into second place. And then to top it all off, get a brand new MG. Obviously we've had the MG3 in for a while, and we had the saloon car from them as well, the front wheel drive 300 horsepower thing, but now we're getting an all electric, all wheel drive, electric sports car called the Cyberstar. I think it's called that. But yeah, it looks incredible, and it's got a lot of horsepower, and it looks like a properly quick car, and it's convertible as well. I don't think we've had a convertible electric car before. In fact, I don't think there's many electric convertibles out there anyway, so that's something unusual to have. And then we're getting a bunch of cars added to the festival playlist as well, which I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully I'll be able to review any of these cars, given the state of my voice right now. quite remember the ones that are being added to the festival playlist. But it's all part of the Lunar Moon series, so I think it's series 30. But the fact we're getting any kind of new cars still well after the game's original release that are showing up this game just because of how varied they are and how much fun they look like they're going to be. It's putting shame to this game, quite frankly, I feel. We're not going to get first because we're obviously on our last lap and coming to the last corner now, but second place is still good. It'll get us plenty of points on the board. I think it's a Mitsubishi Galant that's in first. Pretty quick car in standard form, so it's, you know, not going to be a slow coach even when upgraded. So, but still, there we go. Second place, leveled up to 11 as well with that final corner. Oh no, it's a Sylvia. Gallants were way down. Thought they were going to be faster, to be honest, but we still gained 10 places, no penalties, and a pretty quick lap as well. So we're still in first by 11 points, with third 17 points behind. So yeah, but there's still everything to play for. This can obviously change in a heartbeat. You know, get a couple of 10th place positions or something like that, and you'll fall down the leaderboard quite quickly. So yeah. We're doing okay for now. I feel awful. So right, so we'll get a new hood, new bumpers and skirts, that's all. So our next race is going to be at Kalami Grand Prix. 4 laps. Heavy rain though. Right, so bear that in mind somewhat. Yeah, so I wanted to reduce the weight, didn't I? Can't get it at the moment because it needs to be level 12. Bit of a shame. What do we want to do instead then? Tyre compound maybe? Nope, went 50 off that. Transmission, that seems like something that might help. Seemingly doesn't provide any more acceleration, so maybe not. We'll do the hood, because that will reduce some weight that we wanted. Yeah, that's another £7 knocked off. How many more is that? Another £7. Now that does reduce drag, but I really don't think we're going to be getting up to any kind of high enough speed to make up for that amount, especially with the weight that is adding on. I think that any of that's reducing weight. Nope. So we'll leave it to the rear bumper and the hood there. Right. I guess since we're not really able to do anything in terms of handling, we'll stick some more power in it. $255. I don't think there's anything else we can do really, to be honest. Clutch maybe though. Yeah, we'll put a sport clutch in. Right, so there we go. We now have more power and less weight. Should help us, so let's see what we can do with us at Kyalami. Right, starting off in 12th again, obviously though we have the rain to deal with this time, so that could well prove to be a little bit extra of a challenge. But yeah, with us weighing less, principally because of the new exhaust system, although obviously the front, the hood and the rear bumper are going to help in terms of reducing the weight as well. And the extra power that we've got what, 25 extra horsepower. We might well be able to be quick enough now to keep up with those in the front, but obviously we only got to 2nd place in the last race, so whether or not we can get into 1st this time will depend on how we deal with the wet, because even though we've got the extra power, the grip isn't going to be there as much. As you can see there, we're sliding on the rumble strip a little bit there. The Galant, for instance, is going to have, well, the Galant and the Celica in fact, because both of them are all-wheel drive. They're going to be more going to benefit from this rain, quite frankly. Whereas our rear-wheel drive cars, regardless of the extra power, are not going to have the grip that they do. Careful with the throttle, we should be able to maintain grip on this wet circuit. Like I was talking about the Celicas and the Galants being the ones to have the advantage, and yet what looks like 2 rear-wheel drive only cars are up front, so maybe the wet is not proving as advantageous to those all-wheel drive cars as I thought. Because that is a Savannah, an RX-7 Savannah up front, and then a Sylvia in 1st, and yeah, not all-wheel drive cars either of those, so they must have wet tyres. But you know, road tyres are still at the end of the day meant for dealing with the rain, so I don't think the fact that we don't have specifically the wet compound tyres on is going to make much of a difference. It's not like we've got slicks on or anything like that. Oh no, I think that's a fellow Super up front. Still not an all-wheel drive car, so yeah, don't know why the Galants and the Celicas aren't having an advantage here. Regardless, we've got into 1st place now, so let's just try and maintain it. The extra power and reduction in weight is certainly helping. bit wide there. bit of understeer there because of the wet, but it was mostly manageable. At least we can get the weight reduction in the next race. Now leveled up to 12. Somebody's hitting the mic there, just needed a tissue wipe. Figured I can do it on that straight, given it's long enough. See if I having to pause it. Well, it won't give us a penalty because it's not advantageous to us, so it doesn't matter. Misjudge that. Right, last lap. Second place is still quite close, so
Final lap.
easily mess it up for ourselves. I think we've got this one in the bag. Well, the rain didn't really play too much of a part in this. And we knew as much as I expected. Affected our handling a little bit, but not by much. Certainly didn't give the all-wheel drive cars an extra edge, because as you can see, only 2 of the all-wheel drive cars got into the top 10. Even then, the highest was number 8. So yeah, whereas the Subaru Legacies and the Celicas of all things are way down. So yeah, all-wheel drive did not play a part there. So now we've gained even more points. Now 16 ahead of second, and 29 ahead of third. So yeah, we pretty much got this championship in the bag now, I believe. So I guess we can play it a little bit reckless with our upgrades, maybe. And get a turbocharger. So yeah, Suzuka circuit full. This one, 4 laps. One of my favourite tracks, this one. So we can't do a full turbo. Twin turbos. That would have been fun. But then this game isn't about fun, is it? So yeah, I thought we'll just go for our weight reduction that we planned. And even then we can only knock off, what is that, 80 pounds? It's a decent amount. Certainly ups our ratio of horsepower to pounds, but not as much as I would have liked. Can't do the brakes. Can't do the clutch. Can't do anything really, can we? Well, we've got plenty of points to play with, but well, I guess 25 isn't plenty, but yeah, couldn't really do much there with those upgrades, unfortunately. Right, let's get to Suzuka and see if we can seal off this championship. Alright, I've put us a bit further down the pecking order just to make this a bit more interesting. So we're in 18th to start with. So yeah, that is obviously going to make it harder to get up into first, but since we have more than enough points to win this, I think, yeah, it's worth the risk just to see what happens. Right, so let's see if this Supra can do it. Can we gain 17 places in 4 laps? Probably not, but let's find out. There's one. Through the middle. Coming through. Well, we gained all of the places that I hindered myself with already, so. Pretty good. Handling definitely feels a little bit more lively. Or feels a bit more agile. That reduction in weight, that 80 pounds gone down, has certainly made a bit of a difference. Obviously the reduction in weight will improve the acceleration as well as the handling. So here we get to use more of that power. That's a silly move on my part. Obviously they were all braking in front of the yellow car, so the yellow car couldn't really not help it. I did try and get out of the way though that time. Didn't quite work. It was at least a little less egregious in terms of a hit, so I'll take it. Weight will also help the brakes because there's less momentum behind the car. Yeah, it's feeling more of a sports car now than a Grand Tourer. Unleash all of that power. is, can we actually get a podium position though? What was going through my head there. This cloud is playing havoc with my head. Don't race while ill is the advice I'm giving out today. My luck to be ill when there's a lot of stuff to do on Forza Horizon 5 and a lot of films to review as well. Just a day alone I got 4 films through the post that I'm looking forward to. Got a Cannonball Run, which is obviously a very car centric kind of film. A few great cars in there, like an Aston Martin DB5 and a Lamborghini Countach. And we've got Thelma and Louise, again quite a car-centric film, given it's a road trip film basically. Got a classic Ford Thunderbird in that. Then got Peeping Tom, not really a car film, focus film at all really, that one. And then Death Occurred Last Night, which again not really a car-centric film, but there is a particular scene which is good that features a Lamborghini Espada, which is one of my favourite Lamborghinis. And yeah, nice to see that actually used in a film. I don't think I've ever seen it in a film before, so it's good to see that there. All of those places quite quickly and we're struggling to get into 4th. Gaining, come on. Get some drafting. Give me some clean air. There we go. Nervous. No penalty there. Right, come on, gain 3rd at least. Turned way too soon in there. Still getting used to the fact that this car is way more agile and lively than it was originally. you doing, Nissan? I'll get third, but I struggle to catch up onto second and first.
One more. Finish strong.
Second. Come on. Tough, but it's going to be close. Skin of our teeth got past. One more lap, we would have got first. Second is a good finish to this championship, and it will certainly guarantee us first place in the championship overall in terms of points. So we've just about gained up to level 17 as well. Again, the Sylvia got first place, but we gained 16 places there in only 4 laps, so that's pretty good. And there we go, we won the championship with 22 points ahead, and even more than that, well, yeah, 24 points. No, 26 points ahead of the third place. So yeah, pretty solid championship all around there. Again, sorry for my voice, but I can't help it. But regardless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.